Hey dudes, what's going on? Sorry we're running late. We got caught up talking carbies and carrying on as we do. We were just and then I looked at the time and went, oh, whoops. All right, here we are, guys. So today we are going to be playing Turbo VXs, as you guys already know. So here's what we've got and here's where we're at. we've got 30 odd on now. So this is what we're playing with today. I'll just read some questions. Hey mate, hope I didn't miss the live. No, you didn't miss, I was running late. Sorry guys. This morning I went out to pick up a car and it ended up being 2 hours. Yeah. All right. Yeah, it's dusty out here today. There's a mad dust storm. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it on camera though. But yeah, all right. I've just gone back through there. Okay. Righto. So, mate's car. Okay. And as you guys know, we generally don't work on other people's cars, but the bloke that owns this has been a good mate and he's been good to us in the beginning of starting this workshop and stuff. So it's been sitting for probably 18 months, this thing. Wouldn't go. Come in, Leith diagnosed it had, the plugs were fouled, okay, from sitting and just being started and moved and started and moved. He's replaced the plugs in it, okay, and while replacing the plugs, he noticed, if you can see here, down the back here where the dump pipe, because that's, all right, I'll start from the start for guys that don't know a lot. Okay, so ls1 motor, so the same motor that comes out in your SS's and everyone swaps into everything. The same motor that everyone takes a barra out to put that in to make it a good car.
Oh, you're going to get in trouble for that one.
All right, Garrett turbo, it's a big ball bearing turbo as far as I can tell, because you turn the car off and it keeps spinning and spinning. So a lot of money being spent, guys.
I wouldn't say it's big, but it's reasonable.
It's reasonable. Is that what you say to all the girls? You wouldn't say it's big, but it's reasonable?
That's right.
Yes.
And it seems to work well.
Well, there you go, especially under pressure. Okay, dump pipe is enormous, obviously, and you can see here where the coil packs come through, because these are your coils, okay? With LS1s, they run a coil per cylinder, and that there is your plug lead. You can see they've tried to cover it up with something so that it doesn't get burnt. But myself, I never ever would have ever considered running a car with the plug lead, even with heat wraps sitting against an exhaust. What about you, Captain?
Well, no, definitely not. It just needs a coil relocation kit, so you need to move the coil somewhere else, get some custom leads for it, so it's way away from any part of the exhaust. It did toast.
Do you want to show?
Three of the leads were absolutely toasted. Where's the bad one? So that one there, that's the one that was sitting against the header. Yeah, so that'll just be arcing out. And a couple of the other ones were that bad that they... Well, that one there just melted right through. They just pull apart. They just get crappy and brittle. So I replaced a few of the leads. I end up having to move the coils a little bit. I just re-drilled one of the mounting holes in the coil bracket just to bring the coils up. That way you'll see how they're sitting on a bit of an angle now, because that one there, you couldn't even get the lead on and off. It was that hard. Now it's not quite hard up against it. It is touching, but the heat wrap should help. But we will have to do something about that.
Righto, we're still working this morning. Obviously the workshop's open, so Leith's just going to answer that. I'll do some questions with you guys now for a second. Yes, it is windy. It's not too bad. We probably won't go outside too much today, guys, because the signal for the phone will drop out, and I know how you guys hate that. We are, there's some video we just done, guys, on carbies, and this ute's going again. The converter hasn't turned up yet, but that will come up soon. Out here we were... So this thing here is what cost me all my hours this morning, bloody laser. But we're just playing carbies. I bought in a few I had at home to work out what we're going to put on the onto the ute to liven her up and get it started. So we've got a plan for today with the small cam and no converter, and then we go from there. So but we are going to have this ute over. There's a car show on today over at Kingatow at Aces Mechanical. I think it's a charity event or something like that. We're going to get the new carby on this, and we're going to take it out for a drive, a decent drive, test that auto properly, and just work out what else is wrong with it so we can turn that into a good thing. So what do we got going on? No fires near me. I haven't seen any fires near me. Some of that dust could be smoke as well. I'm not too sure. G'day Leslie, how are you? Hey Paul, what's going on, buddy? You're back. Oh, we missed you. Rowan, all good here today, buddy? Yeah, so we're gonna get stuck into this thing. So what we've got left to do with this today is we're gonna change the oil in it, because okay, when oil becomes thin, okay, I'm going to go out the front here and grab these boards. We've got this thing's that low, you got to drive it up on the boards to even get the jack under it to change the oil. The oil that's in it, the thing seems to have a lot of blow-by. Blow-by is when you start the car and the oil comes up past the rings and creates like vapor and steam, and it comes out. It makes it look like the motor's rooted, but it's not, because the oil's too thin, or it's just getting burnt basically in the engine. Now, we're going to try changing the oil first and putting a HPR 15 racing oil in it, which is a fairly heavy oil that deals with high temps, because the oil comes through the turbocharger, okay, through the exhaust housing. It gets very hot, and the HPR 15 is suited to... I'll grab another little one, man, from off the back of the truck. Oh, there should be another little one just here. Yeah, so, which is this one here, the HPR 15. Okay, it's just suited and will hold up better and not degrade and turn thin under high temps. I think that makes sense to you guys. It's probably not suited. Ben Arnold, thank you very much, mate, for the super chat. Thank you for the support. It is really appreciated, especially after the morning I've had. Hey, Red, what's the story with the red Commodore Statesman on the trailer? It's just Red. G'day, buddy. How are you? I'll just pass you over to Leith, guys. Okay. I'll just be 1 second, guys.
I don't know about the headlight.
Okay.
Yeah,
Leith's your man.
yeah.
Yep, you saw it. Cool. All right. No worries. Sorry, man. Just live on YouTube. That's all. Yeah. What's the go with that? This one, it's just a wreck, guys. Just it come in yesterday. We'll show you if you want. It's just a Statesman with it's just, yeah, it's nothing special. It's just half stripped out. It was over at Ace's workshop, and they needed it gone because of their car show today. I was actually going to take the Jag down for the guys to leave there overnight for them to have at the car show, but I ran out of time. It would have been nice to have it down there for them, but you know, it's nothing special. Probably got some plastics and stuff if people need them. I don't think it's got a motor in it. To be honest, I was that busy yesterday, I didn't even open the bonnet and look, guys. Oh no, it does have a motor. It's just an Ecotech, guys. Nothing special. No extractors. Yep, just another one. Looks like most of the... all right, we'll get this other block, eh? Yeah, so if anyone's interested in parts, down below you'll see the towing number, which is me, and you'll see the parts yard number, and our postal address is there as well. If you do need any parts. Why didn't anyone ask about the beautiful laser? Like, look at that thing. Doesn't anyone know love for the laser? Can you guys remember I was talking on the live feed on Wednesday night about maybe putting together some sort of a series, like a TV series style thing, bit of a comedy thing? We've moved a little bit forward on that and come up with half an idea. So he's looking at me. He's looking at me stupid as if to go, this dude's off his bloody rocker.
Yeah, never seen one of them before, man.
A selfie stick?
Yeah.
Haven't you seen one before?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
There
Every Asian tourist has at least one, if not two.
Take selfies, eh?
Yeah, man. Yeah. Make your own home movies at home.
Is that it?
YouTube, 102 people watching.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. All right. Captain's just off getting a headlight at the moment, guys, so he'll be back in a second. I'll have a drink of this. Yeah, so the utes have moved forward. I've picked up the olives for this thing. I've been looking for intercoolers, so if any of you guys have a top mount for a GC8 WRX, one of the 100mm ones if possible, and the piping, I'm keen to buy that off someone. So, yeah, just got another customer, guys. Not really going to plan too much this morning, is it? Just be 1 second, guys. G'day, buddy.
Hey, how are you?
Not too bad.
HRs, so you've got a couple of HRs there?
I do, yes.
Yeah, can I have a look?
They're not really. What are you actually chasing?
Under dash bits and pieces like heater boxes and...
I don't know. I'm just live on YouTube now. The HR stuff isn't something I really sell because there's so many restorations going on. I'll give you my card.
Yeah.
I'm going to be live on YouTube till probably 11:30, 12 o'clock. If you want to talk to me after that, we'll see what we can work out. Sorry, guys. The joys of being me, eh? you'll get me on that number there. The HR stuff isn't something I generally sell.
Okay.
It's just so hard
Would
to
you mind
find.
if I just had a quick look
Yeah,
at the
no
wagon on
problem
the
at all.
way out?
Yeah, no worries.
Good one,
Sounds
thanks.
good. There's those ones there. There's another one down the front. I do have more, but yeah, it's
Okay.
okay. Thanks, guys. Righto. VP International Josh, has the VP International got that that tan interior with the leather down the side, like the Greg Norman International? I've got one of those interiors, a full one to put in a car in Mia's cupboard at the moment. I've had it for years. I bought it off a bloke. Everything, like carpet, all the plastics and all that. I only paid like $400 for the whole thing. The dash, your dash would have that black piano finish sort of gloss set up all around it. It's yeah, that's a nice interior in those internationals if it's the same one. But yeah, there is another one of those internationals in Wandai. I've been told about it. I've never seen it though. But it's one of those ones I'm trying to buy, just like everything else. Captain sold his patrol this week, so he wants to buy a petrol dual cab. He doesn't care what it is. He'd like a Triton or Rodeo. He'd like a Triton, but anything will do. He wants to build a petrol rear-mounted turbo dual cab. So, yeah, so the patrol's gone, and yeah, into it. I don't know where he's disappeared to. All right, so we'll do some questions, guys, while we're waiting for old Capitanio to come back. Is there any wood grain in the Statesman? I'd say he would have pulled all that out, buddy. BP, nice man on the Coke can. What name was it? I didn't even look. There was one the other day. There was a Coke can the other day that come in, and Princess. Yeah, that's me. Look at that, mad. There was one the other day that said gay, and Leith goes, I was drinking it, he goes, that is your drink, isn't it? And I'm like, what are you on about? And I looked at it, and it was, yeah. There was one the other day for Poppy as well. I'm sure that leather arm track and shifter in the Statesman, so happy. I'll have a look now. Don't get a Triton. My mate has one, it's extremely thirsty. By the time he puts twin turbos on it, it's going to be thirsty anyway. He had a Triton before the patrol, and he wants to go back to it because he did enjoy the petrol, and he just wants turbos basically. And like diesel turbos are fine, but you can't make any good horsepower. So yeah, but for barra drivers, buy a Hilux. Hilux is too expensive. It's not that it's a Triton or a Rodeo. He even said yesterday he'd be happy with the Great Wall. He doesn't actually care. The breakdown factor of it, it's Leith, doesn't matter. And he just wants to build rear mount turbo dual cab. Doesn't care what model, doesn't care what it is, doesn't care about fuel economy. And yeah, you know, but you guys will get to see it. I'm sure you'd love to see a rear mount turbo get built on a dual cab four-wheel drive, eh? Let's have a look for these wood grain stuff, guys. Looks like they've pulled all the fascia and stuff out. The bloke that had this actually has a few Statesmans. So if you desperately need that, I actually have, it might not be Statesman ones, but I think I've got Calais ones there. So yeah. We're doing rear mount turbos on that red ute as well, guys. It's, yeah. You can't pick Saturday mornings whether it's going to be busy or what's going to go on, guys. Sometimes you stand down and you don't get one person through. Today isn't one of those days. I might fire this thing up and get it up on the blocks, and yeah, might actually put it back a little bit first and go from there. Did he fix the ignition yet? Just hang on 2 secs. Yeah, we haven't had much time to get much done this week, guys. But he's good. He's put all the ignition back together. There you go. Here we go. Sounds awesome, this thing, eh? So nice. Can you guys hear that through my phone? I want to say what you're doing to the Club Sport. I'm going to change the oil now, okay, and then we're going to have to drive it and see what the thing does, really, because there's also, hang on, I'll just get this up on the things and I'll show you the other issues that we found with this thing. What's that? Turn it off. See here, guys, on the throttle, oh, he's blocked it up now, but that there was actually just a flat out vacuum leak. Yeah, like it's, the bloke that owns it loves his cars and is fairly mechanically minded, but whoever had been working on it for him. Yeah. Thanks, buddy. Sorry I couldn't talk more, man. I was just sort of, yeah. No worries. See you, dude. How much horsepower's it got? No idea. We didn't build it. It's just a favour to a mate to get it usable again. He's actually got quite a few nice VL Calais. And he's got actually a turbo VL as well with Gold Simmons. His other Calais is going to come down. I think it's got broken head studs and stuff like that. We don't do, as I've said before, and please don't ask us to do work for other people. I don't like having other people's cars at the workshop because obviously it is a wrecking yard. Then I've got to store them. And in order to store his cars, some of mine have to come outside. And if something happened to someone else's car while it's here, it'd absolutely gut me. You know what I mean? Yeah. But we try to help where we can. There is one subscriber at the moment that's been a massive supporter along the way that I think we're going to help out down the track a little bit further once things slow down a little bit with his car. But you know, and in years to come, you know, but this isn't just a normal car either. Like she's a bit of an animal, which is good, you know. But yeah, we will wind that down. All right. Okay, so what other questions have we got, dude? I know how much you like that B motor. I have no issue with them. I just don't want them in my car. Like I'm happy that people burn it with fire. Those lasers were awesome. I had a 323, same as that, years ago when I almost married this stripper. And yeah, it was an awesome car. I ended up lowered it, put Sylvia 15-inch wheels on it, had aircon, drove it to Sydney and everything. It was an awesome car. I think Leith put rings in that years ago as well. Right, funny about to do oil on the Barra. Yep. G'day, Jeremy. How are you? From where? From Georgia. Mad. Well, there you go, dude. Long way away from Australia, that's for sure. Oh. So, Jeremy from Georgia, we just come up in your news feed, I take it, buddy? To, yeah, we haven't cracked into the American market too much yet, but I suppose when you see a turbo LS, it probably feels to you like we are in America. And we will be coming over there, buddy, to buy a 63 Galaxy next year and some electric motorbikes. But yeah, I started talking then before. I'm just looking for an oil pan, guys. Obviously, I'm never here. G'day, Owen. How are you, buddy? Good to hear, sir. Yeah, so we're going to be doing a bit of a comedy sort of series. It'll be an 8-part series. The premise of it is a young bloke that gets his first car. I'm actually going to buy that car hopefully today or tomorrow. Probably tomorrow, actually. Yeah, no, I don't know. Yeah, it's a car I got offered a while back. It's not a Ford, it's not a Holden, so there won't be any, you know what I mean, rivalry. Definitely not going to get a Barra, but it's going to be funny. We've got a few ideas. We talked about it yesterday. Leith's going to wear a dress.
Yeah, right.
Yeah? Is that right?
No, I'm looking for stuff, I don't know where it is.
Yeah, the Galaxies are awesome, eh? Those 63 Galaxy. What are you looking for, man?
The Creeper for a start.
Here he is. He's on camera now. That was funny. I'm the creeper. No? Oh. All right. We'll help him look for bits and pieces. It's the trouble when you have staff because you they put things away and you don't know where they've put them. I'll keep answering questions. All right. What else we got? Do we drag race? Leith has had a lot to do with drag racing over his career. His last place he worked at Mad Race Engines. What's in the Mini? A 360?
Nah, 408 gig, price of small block, turbo, 1300 horsepower.
1300 horsepower Mini with a 408 Hemi with...
Small block Chrysler.
Oh, small block Chrysler, sorry. And it run what? 8s?
Yeah,
8 O's. Yeah, so Leith's had a lot to do with drag racing. Me, obviously from when I went to court the other day, you can see what I do. But yeah, nah, we will. There is the RB30 VN panel van we're building. That'll end up down the track. As time progresses with the channel, a lot of these cars, the Jag will take it. It's not no big horsepower thing, but that blown Jag, we'll take that for a bit of a run. The Jag here, once we put the big single turbo on her, she'll end up going racing. It's not something I'm going to get into seriously. It'll just be some fun and games. Perhaps you guys can come down and we can race and stuff like that. But it's not. There's a creeper just there, man.
Yeah.
But at the same time, who knows where we're going to end up. Thank you very much for subscribing, Jeremy. Mate, happy to have you along for the ride. It'd be good to actually know someone when we go over there to buy the 63 Galaxy. So our plan is to go over, buy it, depending on what motor's in it, maybe renting a workshop or something somewhere, because engines are a lot cheaper over in the States, and we might be able to do a big block engine swap and then road trip it a bit. And while I'm over there, buy a couple of those electric motorbikes. Leith actually come up with a better idea than an electric one because...
Yes, I did.
Yes, he did. While he's doing that, we'll go for a quick walk out in the yard, guys. Would you sell one of the 304 motors? It's very hard, sorry wheels. I'll leave that going forwards and just talk to you guys. It's very hard because I sort of need the ones I've got and they aren't the easiest thing to find. Whereabouts are you, Wheels? Because there is a guy on the sunny coast that wrecks out Commodores a lot and always has a few 304s. But what sort of thing are you chasing? Is just a stocky? Okay, so see this Mazda 1000 Ute, guys, over in the corner here? See her? I think you have seen that one before. I've always sort of not known what to do with that one. And we're thinking 1200cc motorbike motor, because you can buy an adapter to go from the cog setup back through to the tail shaft. And I've always wanted like those velocity stacks and stuff like that. So we're thinking like 1200cc motorbike motor in that thing. So that's going to be something very different, and it'll scream. Like, how cool is that thing going to be? Put a barra in it, yeah. Well, it's a Ute. We can whack that in the back and take it to the dump. So there's the plan, guys. 1200cc motorbike motor in it, throw a barra in the back and take it to the dump. That's a good idea, buddy. Thank you for that. Yeah, we do like a bit of barra content, don't we? I'll let Leith know that we're going to put a barra in the Ute. Hey, Leith.
Yeah, I know that, but I just, yeah.
We're going to put a barra in it.
No fucking on the barras. Barras are good engines. They're just not for us.
Yeah, a Hayabusa. That's exactly what we're looking at, Calais owner. Yep, that's the sort of thing we're going to start looking for. So if anyone knows of a crashed bike around the place, let us know, and we will, have some fun with that one. She'll be an absolute screamer. Hey mate, can't stay for long. Customer order to make. Cool. No worries, Wayne. Thanks for dropping in, dude. After a conversion kit for a 6-cylinder. So you're better off buying a whole car. It's just a case of, look, you'll probably pick up a complete car for sort of $1,500, and that'd be your better way to go, for sure. But let us know how you go. Whereabouts are you, Wheels? Just in case I spot one somewhere and I can send a link to you and sort of try and help out, mate. As Leith said, barras, look, I hack on the barras. I'm just not a 6-cylinder person. It's not barras particularly, okay? I just prefer V8s. If I'm going to spend money, I'd prefer to spend money on a V8. I know that there's guys out there that love barras and, g'day buddy, how are you? Leito, he'll be able to help you out, mate. I'm just talking to myself. Yeah. All right, put you in the back of it and take me. All right, was a VS Stato on Facebook, Wheels, 304, like $2,000, Toowoomba buy, swap and sell. If you do join the Toowoomba buy, swap and sell sites, a lot of good stuff comes up in Toowoomba for some reason. I don't know why, but you do come across a lot of good stuff. I paid $1,000 for that and the box that's now in the Ute, and that was off a mate though, so that was a pretty good deal, and that box is awesome. Leith played with the fluid levels a little bit more and took it out yesterday. He said he was driving along, booted it, and it almost changed lanes. It shifted that hard. So we've actually kicked a massive goal with that Ute and saved a fair bit of money, which is good. I drag race a big tyre 66 Chevy 2 Nova. I like those Chevy 2 Novas, dude. They're awesome, mate. Can you send me some pictures, man? You'll see my number down below, or Kingatow on Facebook, dude. I'd love to see what you're up to over in the States, man. That sounds awesome. Yeah, the closest thing that I've got to I don't know if you know much about Australian cars. I've got a VG hardtop here, which is a Valiant, but it's a Mexicana, so they come out with the dart roof. So this one here, this one's got an LS in it. See, it's got the dart roof on it, so it's slightly different. I really want to get this running and driving, even if I just get it running and driving like that for now. I was thinking about it last night. But yeah, so Letho's just about to drop this oil. Once he drops the oil, we'll be able to have a bit more of a look at the oil to see how much fuel's actually in it, see if it's separating, see what the viscosity is. Okay, you're only around the corner, Wheels. All right, no worries. Yeah, well, Chinchilla's not that far from you anyway, buddy. So yeah, if you buy something and need it towed, let me know. I'll do it cheap as I can if you do need it towed. Yeah, same, but have money to put fuel in a V8. Well, I don't know. I don't worry about the fuel these days. It is what it is. The way I look at it at the moment is electric cars are coming, and whether we like it or not, that's what's happening. And in years to come, the fuel's going to keep getting dearer and dearer. So I just want to enjoy the V8s while I can, and just want to enjoy them while I can. If it costs a bit now, you'll be kicking yourself in years to come, don't you reckon, Leith? If you don't play V8s now, well, we've got them, and well, they're around, and well, fuel is sort of affordable.
That's why everything's run on ethanol.
Well, there you go. Wheels, did you see my comment? Leslie, did you see my comment? No, I'm not too sure. I do try. There we go. Wheels, did you see the comment about the one out at Toowoomba? The Barras are P-plate legal. Barras in standard form as a taxi, like a non-turbo Barra is P-plate legal, but turbo ones aren't. You can't drive a turbo Barra on P-plates, can you?
I don't know. I wouldn't think so.
I wouldn't think so. Yeah. Jeremy, sir, I'll send you some video. Awesome, dude. Yeah, he's going to send through some racing video, Leith, the bloke from Georgia. Awesome, man. That sounds awesome. Yeah. Okay, have you ever seen a show called Street Outlaws? Yes.
I hate it.
Leith hates it. I love it. I reckon
No, because it's all fake crap.
I love it. I reckon it's a great show. I enjoy Street Outlaws. Not so much now. The no prep stuff I'm not a big fan of, but the early stuff. Asian and Farm Truck are pretty funny sort of dudes, which is good. If you send, if after those, yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, if you guys get in touch, I can send links through. That'd be awesome. That's a great help, mate. That's what it's all about. We do a parts finder live on a Wednesday night, and that's what that's all about. It's not about me selling parts, or it's not about anyone selling parts. It's about trying to help guys complete builds. So he can call in and say, look, I want a 304 or a complete conversion. Has anyone got one? I live in Chinchilla. And someone will say, yeah, I'm in Brisbane, man. I've got a complete car. And then you can do a deal, you know, or you've got an XY Falcon and you need an upper door hinge because they always flog out and they're very hard to find. You can put up there, I need an upper door hinge, you know, and then someone will say, yeah, mate, I'll post it to you. And that's what I'm trying to put together with that. It's not a for sale page. It's a I want to buy. There is a Facebook page, Kingatow Parts Live, that you can put up your want ads, but it's not a for sale. Yeah, 304 aren't bad on juice. They're not. Even LS1s, a standard LS1, my Monaro was better than the diesel four-wheel drive we had at the time. Like, it was really good on fuel. But then I had a VY Calais that had a mathless tune. I don't think it had a cam, just a mathless tune done, and it was atrocious on fuel. Like, Nicole had it for, I think, about 6 weeks, and once again, she came home, handed me the keys and said, I don't want it anymore. But it was a beautiful car. Take the turbo off the Barra, just injected, overhead cam, 250 crossflow. That's why US blows them silly. LSA blows them silly. Yep.
What is that?
I don't know. I didn't understand. Something about take the turbo off it. But if I was going to have a Barra, it has to be turbo. Anyway, enough Barra talk, guys. It's not Kingatow against the Barra. It's a 6-cylinder. I don't know why we're wasting time. Let's talk V8s and big turbos. And
Well, you want to build an RB30, so you can't hack on 6 cylinders.
I like the 1 and 2J, like that Sora we rally drive. That's awesome. I love that 6-cylinder. I don't know. It's just the image of the Barra. I just get sick of hearing about them. But anyway, you can't drive a V8 on your Ps though. No, you can't. Farm Track and that are crazy, eh? Me too, boss. Gets down. The boss of trucks. Is that what you just call him over there? Is it the boss of trucks? He's a good dude. He's a funny bloke, eh? All right. Non-turbo Barra, P-plate legal. You can drive supercharged V6 Commodore. Leslie looks like Wheels is keen. I drove a worked VP with over 20k spent on it on my L plates. Gotta love Western Australia. That's it. You guys, don't worry, mate. They will hang you guys as well. Stato with 2155 litre. You're running 9.3 per litre. That's pretty good.
Over there is actually like a car dude.
That's the difference.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's I don't know. Different strokes for different folks. If we were all into the same thing, we'd never be able to buy the bits we want. And everyone likes something different. I respect all cars. If that's what you like, that's great. It's just I can't bring myself to spend money on a Barra. It's just
Yeah, it's not our fault that I like good stuff and Red like shit stuff.
I am looking forward to our well, that's all the gear there in that box is full of turbo RB30 stuff and the intercooler and all the piping and stuff. The RBs are sitting on the ground here. The boys had a clean up over in the engine section, so that's the carby there we're going to be running on the ute. So there's that one there and that one there. And g'day mate, not too bad. Just 1 second, guys.
No, you're all right.
If you want to talk to Leith just on YouTube, buddy, I'll be ages. Leith's just up the front here, mate. If you want to have a chat to him, he runs the park show.
You said something about a toe, didn't you, Red?
A tow bar.
Oh, toe bar.
Yeah. Leith started cleaning up over here. The boys did this week, so we'll get these engine stands out. And yeah, he finished the 2H he was building this week for a guy, so that's all done. And I never got time to line these benches when we opened, so I'm going to line these benches because we've got quite a few ones to build soon. And I'll get the boys to start stripping down this 460 as well for the Fairlane. I don't have the money for the aluminium heads and the roller cam for that yet, but as you guys have noticed, we have a dry spell where not much happens, and then all of a sudden a few deals I've done money comes in, and then I waste it all on cars. But yeah, gonna have to waste some money on a solicitor soon because Mia's mum started carrying on, so we'll see what goes on there. How's the courier going? Did you machine the head this week, Leith? I don't think he did find time to machine the head on the courier. He's been too busy. But the gaskets and all that are here though, so maybe next week we'll see where we end up. He's just changing the oil down there at the moment. Cody's got an L67. I've never driven an L67. I've heard that they're not the quickest thing in the world. I have a VE Calais 6 litre stock. Yeah, stock, they're pretty good on fuel, the LSs, the V8s, yeah. Wheels can drive a VS stock 304 in Queensland on P plates. It's all about power to weight ratio. Oh, that's awesome to know, buddy. So you've got a VS, have you, mate, that you're doing the engine swap in? Wheels? Basically in New South Wales, you can't drive turbos or V8s on your Ps. It's crazy, isn't it? I don't know. This is a really nice car. Someone was saying the other day that it's a mock-up. To be honest, it is a mock-up. Okay. To be honest, I don't care. I like that it's a clean car. I like the way I don't mind. I'm not big on gauges, but I like that the Monaro piano finish surround there on the dash. I like the seats. What do you guys reckon? They're quite a nice seat. The rear's been done as well. I don't know. I don't really care if it's a mock-up. Sometimes that's all people can afford, and I know I couldn't afford.
You don't have to care about it as much, do you?
Yeah, well that's it. It's more enjoyable. There was actually, I was doing a tow the other day, a broken down Commodore, and the guy turned up in a VT Club Sport, one of the blue ones with the 304 in it. I tried to buy it obviously, but he wouldn't sell it. But who knows? You never know. He might ring me down the track. He said that he was keeping it. His son was really interested in it, so I didn't push too hard because it'd be good if his son did end up with it. But yeah, I would love one of those blue Club Sports, the VT ones, with the 5 litre in it. I wouldn't chop it up like we did the other SS either. But yeah. When are you meeting up with Gearheads Oz? I haven't spoken to him for a while, to be honest. I don't know. I might send him a message and see what he's up to. We haven't got any cars anywhere near ready to do any road trips at the moment. So once we get to that point of getting a car somewhere near ready, then we'll get in touch with some people and maybe go say hello. My VX Club Sport R8 gets 22 litres to the 100. That's awesome, man. Cam.
22 litres to the 100?
Yep, gets
That's terrible.
22 litres to the 100. I'd drive it as well, man. I wouldn't care.
I wouldn't care either.
I put that much fuel in the truck. I put 100, 120 bucks a day in the truck, and I just keep pouring it in it. It just doesn't matter. And then I put the aircon on, and I don't even care. Like, you just got to pay. Like, it's, I don't know, it's hard. Like, it drives me mental. But then you stand behind, all right, look at it this way, right? I go in to pay for fuel, and there's a guy in front of me that buys 2 packets of cigarettes for $110. If you are worried about V8 fuel economy and you smoke cigarettes, get your priorities right. Quit smoking cigarettes and pour all that fuel in your tank. That's the go. What do you reckon? Holdens are overrated though. They all are, mate. But we've got to do something. Pay to play, yeah, that's it, eh? If you don't have the money though, then they aren't going anywhere. To be honest, for me though, building cars is more, I get in trouble once I drive them. I enjoy building them. I enjoy...
No, you enjoy watching me build them.
Before we come out here, I had to do everything myself. Now it's bloody awesome. I can go to work and yeah, and leave. I get back and he's done heaps. It's awesome. Honestly, I'm thankful. It's freaking awesome. All right, what else we got going on, guys? Looks like he's just put the oil back in that. My WH Caprice 16 to the 100. It's a lot quieter now just with that oil change, guys. It's nice, isn't it? Not too loud, you know, not too aggressive, just sort of right. We'll just wait for it to warm up before he revs it. We'll let Leith go through his process of what he does, okay? And yeah, we'll let it warm up a bit. It's not our car, guys, so we can't beat on it too hard. Yeah. This thing here, the blow-by in the motor, that was just steaming out before. But we'll take this thing for a drive, get it up to temperature, and see what the blow-by is doing. It was just extremely bad with that other oil that was in it. So yeah, I'll pull this oil pan out. Maybe. Just bear with me a second, guys. I'll just jump under and grab this. All right. I'm sure that I'm sure Brendan, who owns this, would be more than happy for us to take it down to the dyno. So we'll have a chat to him, and yeah, he's a nice bloke. He trusts me with his gear, so we'll be able to play with this as much as you want to, really. Yeah. All right, so I wouldn't say it's super thin, guys. But when you see, yeah, it is, it's so thin, like it's, when you, yeah, when you, thank you very much, Espo, absolute champion as always, dude. You can smell the fuel in that oil, and you can see it, just see it's running, and you see where, there, it's just running down my finger. You can see how thin that fuel got, that oil got being thinned out with the petrol. So definitely on the yeah, just the blow-by from the oil. So that's was definitely the issue. I can smell it. There must be a little rocket cover leak as well. I can smell it going onto the exhaust a little bit. So yeah, that's a lot quieter with that oil. Yeah, so you know, with something like this, you've just got to pay the money for the oil. It's like tyres. You got to pay for good tyres and you got to pay for good oil. Penrite always has been a good oil brand, and yeah, something that'll hold the high temp and not, you know, lose viscosity is good, you know. So. Yep. All right. What do we got? In the USA, standard driver's license. You can drive what you like. Yeah. In the States, but HBR 50 though is HBR 50 is an oil, an old school oil. Like if this was a Holden red motor or an early 308, HBR 50 is a good oil. If it's an older worn motor, if it's not, you use a 30. But that was always the go-to oil as a young kid. That when we used to play, it wouldn't be a Holden without it leaking a rocket cover. I'm not sure about that, but it just smells like it. And that also could have just been the police was playing in around those coil leads on the pipes. That it do we want to make sure we can get that boot open still? Oh, we've got power, so yeah. Yeah, in the States, like it's so spoiled. The YouTube content is different over here. I'll come back and shut the door, just grab the keys and stuff out of the truck. The YouTube content is so different in Australia because you just get done. Like for you guys that saw me drive the Jag, I didn't even do anything wrong really. It was just a acceleration and it was a little bit loud and I got hung, you know, like they just hunted me and it was just crazy. The carry on, you know, grab my license, some money. Yeah, it's just such a different world. And over in the States, you just get away with doing all that stuff, and the road toll's not extremely massive, is it? It's just, yeah, it's just Australia. We have a lot of whingers and wankers over here, I can tell you that. Might pack up my carby collection. Sort of, kinda. Yeah. Get some rocks into that driveway. Where am I going to put these? I want to balance it. I'll just see about putting some in. We'll have to put some air in the tyres before we go too far. Well, I think we'll be right this time, but they're down a bit before it leaves here anyway. I'll just shut this door, man. All right, lock this up, guys, and we'll take her for a run. What do you reckon? Who's keen to go for a drive? All right. Look at that Bedford, what a beast. I actually met a guy this week that's got a few Bedfords. He's a nice bloke. He might have a disc brake front end for the other one we've got. Sucks you got to lock all the doors. It's only going to keep the honest people out though, isn't it, guys? Alright. Here we go. Any of you blokes over in New Zealand might be able to help me out. You guys get a lot more imports than us. This Pajero here is a really tidy thing, but it's got a diesel in it with a auto. It's got the wrong flex plate in it, and I need a flex plate for one of these. So if one of you guys over in New Zealand can get me a flex plate for this, because we're going to have to throw the whole thing away because you can't get a flex plate in Australia. But anyway, let us know, guys. All right. Oh, you got the plate on, yeah? All right. Yep, I'm gonna keep. Are you gonna keep it if you can get it going? Which keep what, the Bedford? There you go, mate. We're going good, green light. We just got the the VX Club Sport going. I want what we know for just the wind. I don't think it's got aircon, has it? Alright, so here we go. So what have we got here? Trans temp, oil pressure. It's got a boost gauge, no?
Yeah, I don't think it's hooked up. Oh, no, it should be hooked up. I think it's just hooked up on this side. I'll find out in a second.
Oi!
Yeah.
What stalls it running? It feels standard.
Yeah, it's a pretty stock converter.
The converter seems standard. The auto, I'm not too sure. We've never driven this thing, guys. It's just, this is our first test drive we've ever driven it. We've had nothing to do with building it except for getting it going for him now. We're just sort of trying to work out what it is and what it's got. The fuel?
Yeah, no.
Right. It's a bit surgy, isn't it? It's not bad, like it's early days yet to work out what it's going to do, guys, but it seems okay. Like it's
It's a bit weird. I don't, yeah, so we haven't done anything to it, so it's hard to know. On the roll. That's only like just touching the throttle. I don't want to do something like that.
it breaks loose very, very easily, guys. As soon as you touch it we're not trying to do burnouts, and we're not going to be doing burnouts, but it just lets
Just
loose.
want to make sure it's drivable. That's like,
Yeah.
I don't want to wreck it on him. He's a nice guy, and he's. I want to give it back more broken than how it got to us. So it is surging for some reason, but I don't know.
We'd like to be able to get it running better for him, get it more drivable, and then work on, if he wants to move forward with getting more horsepower out of it, we can look at that, guys.
Need an AFR gauge in it so I can see if it's just running clean, or maybe even get it on the dyno.
Yeah. It gets up and moves, guys.
Needs a converter.
Yeah. It needs a converter, guys.
It needs a blow up valve, and that's the turbo reversion.
Yeah, it needs a windscreen, guys. It needs a few little things. As we said, it's been sitting for 18 months, and it just needs to be gone through. It did break loose a little bit, but we're not trying to do that, guys. We're just test driving something that needs refining.
I'm not even going half accelerator.
See the dust storm up there, guys? I don't know if you can see that. See all that foggy stuff at the end of the road? That's actually a dust storm that's out here today. I think it pulls quite well. Like,
Yeah, no, it's good.
Yeah.
I know the potential of it. I've driven a lot of cars like this before that I have been able to give heaps, but this is one of those ones I don't know anything about the car, I don't know anything about the engine, but it's stock quite a bit. I don't know how much boost it's running. That's the other thing I'm worried about.
The boost gauge is not working.
I did just fix a boost leak that they may not have known about. So if they put a boost controller on there and it was meant to be running 7 or 8 pounds, it might be running 12 or 15 now with the boost leak fixed, and I don't want to take any chances.
You hit that and see what the boost.
No, it doesn't do anything. It doesn't work.
Okay.
It doesn't work at all.
All right. So where we're at, guys, is the boost gauge doesn't work. Leith found vacuum leaks in around the place, so that means whatever they had the boost set on, now it made higher. As he said, we need to ask more questions now about bottom end and stuff like that.
And a massive vibration in the steering.
Yeah, it's good stuff. There's a tyre out around, so we're going to have to check tyres and stuff.
Probably a buckle in one of these rims, being 20s.
Yeah.
Around these roads.
But yeah, now that it, oh yeah,
So do you think we do something similar to this to the hardtop?
yeah,
Something that's really drivable, but I'll
Yeah.
probably bigger turbo, like a GT40 or something like that.
yeah. The fuel light just come on then, guys.
Yeah, no, and use like an 1/8 of a tank in just that little drive.
The auto would have a kid in it from the feel of that.
Yeah,
That shifts like
And that's the
that.
other thing, these gearboxes don't handle any turbo sort of power.
Yeah.
There's too much torque for them.
You need a 4L80, not a 4L60.
Yeah, or 6L80. Yeah, but no, you need a turbo 400. That's what you need.
Yeah.
No, actually, it's a
Glide.
six-speed manual.
Shit. She's definitely got a little bit of go. That's for sure.
All right, well, I'm happy with that. It's really drivable for it now. The blow-by's better. I need to find out a little bit more. I need to get that boost gauge working. Put some fresh fuel in it because I don't know how old the fuel is.
18 months.
Yeah,
18 months,
so
2 years
put some
old.
fresh 98, and then we can, maybe
Just pop that bonnet now and have a look at that blow by while it's pulled up and
I think
warm.
it's got an oil leak on the exhaust.
Yeah. I smelt that before when we started it. I don't know, what do you guys reckon? She's a nice rig, eh? I don't care if anyone says it's not an original Club Sport. It's an LS with a massive turbo.
According to the design blow-by's heaps better.
Yeah, that there, guys, was just chuffing out of there before. So that's a result.
See, that would have been from the oil's diluted from the amount of fuel in there because people have just been driving it in and out. Obviously, the fuel goes into the oil, spins out the oil, and then the oil rigs can't control the oil on the board. But no, that's heaps better.
That's good, guys. I'm pretty happy with that. I don't know about you guys, but I know it's a weird one to find in a paddock from sitting for a couple of years to get to play with, but I thought you'd enjoy it. They said, awesome work, Captain. All right, what do we want to do? Just get the ute in, start on the carby? Yeah. All right, so what do you guys want to do? Do you want to hang around while we put a carby onto the VNSS ute build one? Or do you just want to, yeah, the plate's New South Wales. He bought it out of New South Wales, brought it up here, drove it round for a while, and then went away for 18 months, left it at his brother's house. Yeah, and he's back now. All his family and stuff was up here, that's why he come back. And yeah, up for the carby. It's a nice thing, that. I think I need a turbo ls. What do you guys reckon? He's wanted to turbo my SS50 for a while, but it's a bit of a rare car, that one. Do you really chop the SS50 apart when I've got 10 other ones I can put a turbo on, you know what I mean? So, yeah. All right, we'll get set up, guys, and we will do the next one. It works out. It works out good for me, guys. I'll turn it around so you can see the cars. It works out good for me booking you guys in to do this Saturday morning stuff because it makes me clear my roster and actually come and spend some time with Captain over at the yard. Just turbo the Valiant. That's what Leith was just saying then. Here we go. This is what you want, guys. A 304. It's nice, this thing. Sounds like it needs brakes. It's going to be good too because I'll be quiet while you listen to it, eh? I'll get that board. It's going to be good. Looks like they all want to hang around to play carbies. It's going to be good, guys, with the... hang on, I'll turn this around. It's going to be good putting this carby on today and getting the thing running better and then taking it for a reasonable drive over to Kingatow and over to that car show to see the boys and that. And that way you guys will be able to see the difference when we put the big converter in it to show you how much it livens the car up. Sometimes, honestly, that putting a converter and diff gears in, you're probably better off than putting a cam in. It livens them up and makes so much difference to them, just a converter. And that just to change the rev range where your power's, you know, where you're hitting in. And then my VNSS has 4.1 gears in it and it just seems fast because, you know, off the line. But in saying that, that's for a car to be driven around the street. If you're a drag racer, obviously you need to spend more time and money on the motor, but for the average guy getting around with his Ecotech, if you put a converter and gears in it, you'd be amazed how much livelier it'd be. Do you agree with me, Lee? Or not? What?
What's that?
Sometimes it's going to be good because we're going to be able to take this out today and show them what it's like with the standard converter once it's running properly.
Yeah.
And then next time we take it out with them, they're going to see what a difference it makes having the converter and how much more lively it makes. And then I said, sometimes with these guys with their P plates, they'd be better off putting a converter and diff gears in their Commodore with their stock Ecotech,
Oh, of course.
you know, rather than trying to put cams in and headwork and exhausts and all this stuff. A converter and a set of diff gears will make it feel like a race car.
You can only go so fast these days anyway, so yeah, converter and diff gears, the acceleration is shitloads better. And you're not limiting your top speed by that much, so yeah, that's exactly what I would be doing.
Yeah, like straight away, because my SS just feels fast because of those 411 gears, you know, and it just, it needs a bigger converter in it, but yeah, I don't know. We might do it one day, perhaps. We might actually, I'll start looking for a converter for a 6-cylinder, and we'll do it. We'll have a play. We'll put a big converter into a P-plater special, and we'll just see, you know, what it's like. And even there's a couple of young blokes around the area that have stock Ecotechs and stuff like that. Get them to have a drive and get their opinion, because they drive them day in, day out. My opinion, realistically, and Leith's opinion's a bit skewed from other stuff we have and drive every day. So it'd be good to get the opinion from the boys that live and breathe the Ecotech life, you know. So yeah, we could even do it to a Barra. All right, guys, what have we got going on? I'd prefer old school wheels though. On this thing here, these wheels aren't staying on. They're going. These ones here are going on. I got those tyre sizes through too, Lee. Remember we done the morning? I'm putting them on it. That big staggered set. There's we just got to play with tyre sizes very, very soon. Yes, Mr. Jack, a Buick stroked would be great, but a stroked Buick, Leith, what are you looking at? You're looking at 3.5, 4 grand?
Just make up for it with RPM.
Yeah, but he said I'd rather a stroked Buick or whatever, but for
Buick compared to what?
putting a converter and diff gears, you're in a different league. Like, it's not, you can put a converter in a weekend and have a lively Commodore tomorrow, whereas if you're going to stroke you're going to have to pull the motor, get the heads done, you're going to have to, heads, cam, valve springs, port work, you're going to have to get a stroker crank, you're going to have to buy the converter anyway.
Just the stroker alone will do bugger all.
Yeah, it's all the bolt-ons with it.
Because, okay, you've got more cylinder volume, but you've got to fiddle through standard heads and standard cam. So you can only still get a certain amount of air and fuel into the engine. So it's going to have to be retuned, or the bigger cam as well. Cylinder, like you're saying, it's not just putting a stroker kit in something doesn't really do crap unless you've got. You're
still going to have to do diff gears and converter.
Well, no, diff gears you won't, and converter not necessarily, because you're making more torque. But it's still not going to accelerate off the line quick. It'll have more torque. Yeah,
but a lot of the times, guys, you've got to remember when I talk about cars, it's always about value for money. It's not about who can spend the most money on a stroker motor. It's about how can I make this thing go or look better for the least amount of money or free. Like, it's always about being able to build 20 cars at once and afford them cars. And if I wanted a Commodore, say I had a really nice VY Calais and I just wanted it to be more lively and a bit more throttle responsive and just launch off the line, whack a converter in it, done. It'd be a different car, honestly. It's not always about the biggest motor and the biggest cam. There is, why don't I put a converter and diff gears in the formula? Because it's a manual.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Have you put any have I got any 4-stud wheels? Need I say more?
4x110, 4x114.
There's plenty. It's just a case of ringing the captain in business hours and working out what you want, really. Yeah, there's plenty of stuff here, guys. No, I meant agents and Ecotech. I don't get it. 411 in a V6 is wicked, but top speed is 165. Who wants to do?
165, no way.
Who wants to do 165 anyway? Honestly, dudes, I'd struggle to go over 110 or 115. Like I'd rather just launch off the line. But yeah.
Thing is, like, if you've got diff gears and that, you get to push through the wind more. Your top speed in like a stock Commodore V6 is usually wind speed against the car. That's what stops you from getting to your top speed. If you've got 4.1s, obviously you've got more torque. It's going to be able to push through the air because it's got more power. So it shouldn't really let your top speed bugger all. If you think you can get your Commodore to 6,000 RPM in top gear, that's like without diff gears, that's just ridiculous.
That's good going, man. Even for anyone to build that a VR 6-cylinder to do 10s, man. Yeah, that's good going, man. That's awesome. Good to hear. I like that no converter in a manual. He might not have known what the car was. Sorry, I shouldn't have been a smart ass then. The Formula has a 5-speed in it. First and reverse, there's an issue with a bearing or something in it. But yeah, I've probably got something else we can do it in. Something will come up, guys. Something will come in that's really nice. I actually tried to buy a L67 Calais yesterday with an auto. So maybe that, you never know. We'll have a play, guys. It'll come. But we've got this one to play with at the moment. So we'll concentrate on putting the converter in this, and I'll be able to show you guys without doing cam, without doing anything, what the converter's going to do. And it'll be interesting to see over time whether you guys, just make sure if you do put a converter in, make sure you've got a good transcooler and make sure that you don't cook your auto, because the auto does work harder. So if you're going to put a converter in, what was it, Type K fluid, was it?
Type F. I usually run Type F, anything that's going to...
Yeah, Type F.
Handles the heat a little bit better. It is a little bit thicker. Your box will shift a little bit harder, but it's just TQF or Type F. Yeah,
Type F fluid. So, but if you've got any questions, if you guys are going to try, if you've got any questions, just ring us. You know, ring, ask questions, send a message.
There will be a lot of people that disagree with me, but I don't care.
Yeah, there's always people that disagree. We can only run off... no, Charles, that's it, man. I handled that the wrong way, and I'm sorry. I shouldn't have been a fucking smart ass. Sorry. But yeah, no, it is a manual, buddy. But yes, if the Formula was an auto, I probably would look at it this week coming or something to put a converter in it to show you guys, because you've seen that car a fair bit, and be able to show you the difference that it does, which would be good. But yeah, sorry. Yeah, top end is not as exciting as off the line. I prefer off the line all day. Put an eBay NOS kit on something. Yeah, down the track for sure. It all comes down to time and money. Yeah, we'll play with something, guys, for sure. Yeah, that's it. We do live in the middle of nowhere. So that's what we love about the channel. In filtered and honest. There's no filter, that's for sure. Yeah, I'm surprised I don't get myself into more trouble. Reckon I should put a big old turbo on my VT. Everything should have a big turbo on it. Everything, even Barras. How much for the wheels off the Ute? They've got good tyres, $450 if someone wants them. If you're keen. I do go to Brisbane a bit. If you're in Brisbane, I can probably bring them down. What kind of care does the captain have?
What kind of what? A car?
What kind of car? I
have nothing at the moment.
Car.
I'm driving this Ute.
He's poking this. Yesterday he sold his Patrol. As I said earlier, guys, he's looking for a petrol dual cab 4-wheel drive. He doesn't care. He said even a Great Wall would do to build a rear mount turbo setup on that. So, and that'll be one that gets done over a weekend. So that'll come in. There'll be some live streams, I suppose, and we're just going to smash that out and get it going and done. So
yeah, I'll have every single bit sitting there for it. I'll probably have intercore and stuff mounted previously because that's a bit time consuming. But then we'll just basically, if it's a V6 one where the Y pipe's going to one, turbo will be mounted up under the tray. I'll have just a dedicated oiling system for it. So it'll have a oil tank, a pump, a cooler. So all the oiling system for the turbo will be at the back. And then just run an intake pipe back to the front and rise and rate fuel pressure regulator and see how quickly I can blow it up.
Is that the new carby already?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry guys, I was over there talking. He's bloody quick. You got to watch him. Now you see why I don't get filming done, because I turn around and I want to film something. I turn around and he's finished. It's crazy. And Anthony Spencer, dude, thank you very much for the super chat, man. Appreciate it. Really appreciate the support. I appreciate all you guys as well for watching and interacting and commenting and, yeah, making me lose my voice. Believe it or not, I'm a man of very few words. Like, I'm not a talker. I don't, you know, like I just, yeah. Okay, so is a smart idea for me to put a big turbo on my Ecotech because it, to be honest,
There's no point putting a big turbo on it unless you're going to run an aftermarket ECU. Because with the standard ECU, 5 or 6 pound sort of maximum you want to do. So same thing again like I'm going to do to mine. Good front mount, rising rate fuel pressure regulator, always run 98 octane in it, and you'll be able to run 6 pound all day without even touching the ECU. But if you go, and you'll be able to do that with a pretty small turbo and still have really good download power and no lag. If you chuck a big turbo on it, you're going to have heaps of lag. The turbo's not going to be in its efficiency range, only running 6 pound of boost. So it sort of defeats the purpose. Unless you're willing to go all the way with that build and build that engine and everything around that turbo, no point really.
like we were putting this kit here. I bought this kit. Remember we were putting the turbo onto the Formula and I had this kit here for a Buick. Whoever built that kit didn't build it in a car, so it fouls, it fits the motor, yes, but it fouls on everything else around the motor. But hopefully in the next week or so, I've got enough money to buy the boat. So I know it won't be in a Commodore, but it will be a Commodore motor and we will be playing with this turbo setup in the boat. To go back to this before we miss out on the whole thing. So we will be doing a turbo conversion on a Buick, but it just won't be in a Commodore.
I'm just dodging up the accelerator cable at the moment
Yeah.
because we don't have...
Okay, we did do a video, guys, on all those carbies. We had, yeah, he's quick, eh? That's for sure. But he's been doing it for a long time, guys. The only thing that slows Leaf down is me.
Well, yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
But yeah, we did a video on the differences in all these carbies. Okay, see there's a heap of carbies here, just what I had lying around at home. All right, there's more there and in the box there as well. And we went through the carbies that are there to explain the differences. Just a quick explanation. It's not massively in depth, but it's enough for you guys to be able to look at a carby, roughly know what it is and what it's suited for. So if you're at a swap meet or something and you're looking for a carby, it will give you...
The best way to tell that it's still got the choke housing on it and you've got your phone on you, Google the list number. Okay, so on the front there, it'll say list and you just, should be a 4-digit number. Well, that one actually...
Yeah.
Yeah, because
And
that's... okay, because that's the... Yeah, no, it'll have a list number on there, 4-digit list number. Just Google that and that'll tell you.
And that's your choke housing, by the way, guys. There's actually a flap that's supposed to live in there to actuate your flap to choke
so
that off.
List number on this one is 4779, but -9. So
Seven.
hang on.
Look at that shirt, guys.
So,
Look at that. Shop Kingatow.com. Mad. See? Shop Kingatow Crew. Mad shirts. There you go. Yeah, but anyway, there is a video that will go up probably tonight. It'll go up either tonight or tomorrow with a bit of carby stuff and a bit more of the ute stuff from today at the car show and stuff. So there's more videos coming, guys. Yeah. Mr. Jack, dude, absolute legend. Thank you very much for the support and the super chat. It is much appreciated. Do a power skid in the VNSS. I don't know if you guys watched or saw me go to court recently for accelerating too hard in the Jag. That sort of stuff will not be happening, I'm sorry. But it's just, yeah, I've got that many fines at the moment, it's bloody ridiculous. Righto. All right, so, did you find anything legally? Yes, we will go out. Have you got somewhere for us to go out and do these skids, mate? You're just pouring some fuel in, and this should run with any luck. Just priming the fuel, guys.
always pulse it if you've got an electric pump up on the front and then on the seat.
Did you hear that? You said always pulse your electric fuel pump if you're priming it so it doesn't just smash the unit there on the seat. carby, and he's just giving it half a tune right now. Just setting the idle and stuff. He started up quite quickly and
Better get a bit of temp in it, I'll do the idle next.
he fired up quite well and went quite good. Like, it's only just temporary on this carby until we do the cam and everything and put the bigger one back in. But yeah. We'll just let that get some temp in it and we can set the idle mixtures and go from there. Alright, we'll wait for that to happen and we'll go for a run. Sorry guys, I was just had to get some film for the other video as well, for the guys that don't watch the live streams, and then they'll at least be able to keep up to date with what's going on. Alright, just like I bought one, that's it, eh? Love the zip ties. This is just on temporary, guys, until we put that. You'll see in the other video when it comes out, there's an explanation of the other carby that's going to go on. But this thing's small enough with the small cam. So yeah, I read Clubsport. Is working in the morning with the LS turbo that has been dynoed already. Is it still running standard computer? Yes, I think it is still running the standard computer from what I can see on the floor. We were really just getting it running this morning, and from there we'll talk to the owner. And
the clubsport. Standard Delphi ECUs are very tunable and good for boost. I built engines that are made, or even Delph, that made over 1,000 horsepower with a standard Delphi computer. Done plenty of Pro Charge ones that make 800 of tyres quite easily. They are a very tunable ECU. It's only when you need extra like auxiliary functions that you have to go to an aftermarket ECU. So if you go an all-out race car, yeah, put a Helltech or something like that on. Helltech's probably one of the best ECUs around at the moment. A lot of people use them.
the guy that owns that car though, he's a lot like me. He has quite a few cars, and sometimes in able to own 5 or 10 cars, each one's not built to the highest standard with the best parts. You're happy to run a bit less boost in that one, you're able to own another one that you ride. You know what I mean? Like it's a trade-off sometimes you have to make to have a few toys instead of just one. Sometimes I don't know whether it's better to just have one good toy. I don't know. What do you guys reckon? Would you rather have, like that I have, a heap of cars that aren't perfect, or one really, really good one? The guys commenting about burnouts and stuff like that, we live 2.5 hours from Brisbane. There's nothing really around here. Skidding, I'm not that interested. Like I'd rather be here. If I could go out for the day and skid a car or build a chassis, I'd rather build a chassis. Like I'd rather have that time to spend in the workshop with a grinder and put together some mad chassis and a 4-link arse end and that sort of thing, or just even get something like that going and play with it, or one of my old trucks that's been sitting for 30 years, get that going and drive it. There will be days where we'll go out and do skids, but in the situation that we're actually in, it's just the time and effort that needs to go in just to go out and skid a car, it's just not there. All right, okay, if that makes sense, guys. Morning, Red. G'day, Keegan. How are you, buddy? Perfect VP Calais is enough for me at the moment. That's good, man. VP Calais are quite nice. Calais is so much better car than an SS too, dude, so I'd be pretty happy having a Calais. Well, if you have room for more cars, have them. Yeah, that's it, eh? I don't really. Make, not break, that's it. Go to Archerfield. I did speak to Luke Fink a little while back about doing something together. He is an extremely, extremely busy man. Okay, tech tip for the day, dudes. He's very busy, the same as I am. One day we'll hook
bonnet
up.
clearance. Do you want to know how much bonnet clearance you've got? Bit of blue tack or flap the seam. Chuck it on there. Like that. Bit of something on there so it can't stick. Doesn't really matter if it does stick. Oh, I think that's it already. That's got plenty. Oh, that's got heaps. Awesome. Okay, there we go. That is about 3/4 of an inch to the bonnet.
A little bit of blue tack. All right. have a few cars, much more fun. That's it. More cars the better. I enjoy it, guys. I honestly do. You guys seem to enjoy it too. You never know what you're going to cop, do you? Like day to day, you don't know what the next video is going to be. Both fans working now. We were having trouble with this thing getting a little bit hot, guys.
That one's not working.
One of the fans aren't working. Yeah, that's it, eh? You're breaking up on a stock car. This thing's built fairly well though, this Commodore, like the diff and everything in it's built quite well. But I still don't want to destroy it, like, you know. He's just searching through now, guys, for some electrical issues for that fan. At the end of the day, I think whatever makes you happy. That's exactly right, Charles. Whatever makes you happy. Cars make me miserable, I can tell you that. I like my VESS. I love the styling, like the VEs, they got the styling so right with those guards on the VEs, they look awesome, eh? But the Alloytech motors are just dog shit. Having an SS one, man, that's beautiful. Like they are, the interiors are nice in them. Everything about a VE is good except for the 6-cylinder and auto situation. But with your SS, man, that's spot on, Steve. Yeah, awesome car. Others come with the AC. Others come on with the AC. There we go. It doesn't have AC. They've been wired up differently. They're actually wired up into a switch. I have said previously that I do not have cars switches wired up. When the cam and that gets done, it'll get a thermatic switch on it, so they'll automatically come on and off. It's just, we've got to pull this apart. You can spend all day trying to get it how it's got to be while we're testing it. But yep. All right, we'll take this one now for a quick drive. You guys are going to have to bear with me a little bit because we're going to film with my other camera at the same time. So. Alright guys, so she's running and we're going to head out for a test drive. Shut these roller doors and yeah, see what she's going to do with the new carby. Alright. It's almost like we've been here before, eh guys? Wasn't it like this just a minute ago? Oh. Hang on a sec, guys. It doesn't have that big throat of the turboed LS, does it? I do love the Holden V8s, but it just still doesn't have that big throat. Right, let's see what she's going to do, eh? They bought another shirt with him so that when we go to town later we didn't end up looking like sisters. Alright, so we've just changed the carby over to that other 650, okay, and it still has the standard converter in it, guys. So we're yeah, see how she goes, and that way you guys are going to be able to see the difference when we put a bigger converter in it. What the bloody hell do you idiots think you're doing?
Being old.
Being old? Read some comments while we're going slow. See Holden is putting back 10 cars for sale. Okay, there's something about Holden is putting 10 cars for sale as a collector issue. Here we go. Ooh, the auto is nice, isn't it? We haven't done anything in the interior in this thing yet, guys, but you can see someone's painted that, and it's, you know, they've painted there and it's just not real flash. But we've got everything there so we can change it all back to good. Alright. He's just setting a speedo up for himself. He'd almost chopped his arm off. Bloody motorbikes. about those donkeys in front of us, wouldn't we? Christ. Okay, one of them was a CBA. It is very dry out here at the moment, guys, and you can see like the discoloration up the top there is actually a dust storm. Stop and see what she does, or what's the temp doing?
It's going to down the pan, it's actually going down. Right.
Awesome.
Like 68 at the moment. What's that around?
Yeah. All right. It's a shame these people are in front of us, guys, but
I'm doing 100 anyway. I'll come down.
Lee said that it's a lot more drivable now with this carby on it, so we'll be able to assess it a lot better with this other carby. So yeah. That auto is awesome. Still breaking down a little bit up top, guys. Can you see that dust storm up in front of us there, up amongst the trees? I don't know if you can see it. Yeah. Take that silly monster one out of the green, out of that green VN out the back. All right, let's see what she's going to do.
I think that might have been in the red limiter. That's like a kill.
Still breaking down a bit up top, guys. Could it be losing spark? This thing does have a an MSD in it, guys. Yeah.
So that might be a set of $5 grand.
Right. So he was just saying then he's going to check out the MSD and see what the rev limiter's set on, because other than that it seems crisp, it seems sort of good. The gearbox is good now.
And it does have some pretty decent dip gears in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, as in what, 3.7 or something?
3.7 or 3.9.
Yeah. Alright. It's not all bad, guys. It's not all bad. Box is good, man. That held that. Yep, I reckon we're going to have some fun in this thing, guys. It's going to be a really nice ute. How are you getting internet out driving? We're still sort of in town. We're not. That's why we didn't go too far.
Yeah, we're not at my place.
Yeah, but if you go the other way, it'll probably drop out. Sounded like the axle was about to fall out of that trailer. I have an old 83 laser there. I was going to do that. Yeah, she shifts hard.
Look at it feel. I think it might be a spark plug issue. I reckon I might have to see if we can plug that. Okay. But anyway.
Oh, it's got a good LSD in it. Alright. Okay guys, well that was a success. Seems to shift well, go alright. Check these plugs and
I won't be checking in today.
sorry guys, just filming this one. Yeah, so we're gonna alright, turn that one off. Alright. Okay. Righto guys. Well, I reckon that might be our live feed for today, dudes. I think that was a bit of a success. The ute's going good enough now to do that. We're going to play around with that MSD. You'll see that in another video. Lee thinks there may be one plug that's giving us that issue to give us that breakdown up top. It does seem like a spark issue. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the live stream this morning. Thank you to the guys that gave us a super chat to support the channel. Thank you to everyone that's commented and joined in. Make sure you like, because it does make a big difference to getting the videos out there and the channel out there. Yeah, just ignore me. I didn't read any comments then because I was getting there. Try New South website, Mitsubishi. Oh, I'm not too worried. If someone had one, I'd buy it off them. With that, I'll go back through these comments quickly. I have an old 93 laser. Is there any easy, cheap work I could do to that. Not really. 93 laser. You can get turbo kits for those early lasers. I do have a laser there myself, but it's an all-wheel drive turbo one. You can get turbo kits for them. Yeah, the internet seemed all right out there, I hope, guys. All right. Okay, well, yeah, that's us for today, guys. We'll play with this a little bit more. There's some more videos coming on explaining about the carbies. We will talk to my mate about the VX Club Sport, see if he wants to go any further with it. He probably won't. It's drivable now, and that's what he was looking for. Thanks for joining us, dudes. All right. See you.